Santa Lunara, cosa abbiamo fatto l'ultima volta? Abbiamo ucciso la... Non abbiamo ancora ucciso il cuore madre perché succede tutta la storia che succede. Abbiamo parlato con Alexander che ci chiede di uccidere. Ci ha chiesto di uccidere l'uomo appariscente. Non ci resta altro che... Attenzione, attenzione. Fare l'accampamento. Giustamente adesso sono cattivi. Nicor, mi dispiace, ma ti devo far fuori, Nicor. Un turno, ha bagliato per un turno, forse speciale. Questa storia. Levitazione? Da invisibile levitazione?
I will yield to none.
Mille io ho fatto. 1000. Che recupera 776. 1000 io ho levato. Quanto mi piace sta cosa. Scusa, erano solo in 3 erano in questo accampamento. Non c'era più gente? Ricordavo che c'era più gente, io mi ricordavo. Ah, c'era uno invisibile adesso che mi dimentico. Piove. Però piove, però c'è ancora. Serve una superficie elettrica, mi servirebbe. Non ho niente da scagliargli contro. Buongiorno, arriva il nostro incarnato elettrico. Ah, che bestia, guarda che bestia che è il nostro incarnato elettrico. Sì, questo a mani nude. A quanto pare abbiamo un tizio che va a mani nude. Ma che Ma quanto danno ha fatto con quella granata del gelo? Quanto caspita ha fatto con quella granata del gelo? Non so. Non lo so. Proveremo assassinio. Vedremo effettivamente come sarà questo assassinio. Guarda, tutti con sta maledizione, ma tutti ce l'hanno. 800! Questa ha perso tutto. Lo stordito ancora? No, questa volta è congelato, questa volta. Sto qua scaffeggia blob. What? Non si è spostato minimamente dalla mia zona.
I'm ready.
Ai 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 ai, quello fa male. Questo ha perso. Assassinio, porcaccia miseriaccia. Ma ho visto bene i danni che io ho fatto, perché ho fatto tipo 1100 più altri 300. Cos'è? Ho fatto 1500 di danno in totale. What?
I'll yield to
Col veleno. Eccola, grandinata. Ah, ok, non è quella letale almeno. Come ci arrivo io? Ci arrivo io. Mi fa fare il giro. Eccomi qua, buongiorno. Uff. Congelato. Guarda di che distanza prende i bammenze. 800. Steccato proprio. Non erano letteralmente a mio livello come sono. Troppo forte per loro. Ero troppo forte per loro.
A flat circle of polished black obsidian. The
Mi spiace Nicor. Mi avrà aiutato a salvarmi e passare da questa parte all'inizio. Però ti sei messo contro la persona sbagliata. Segno del portale dell'anello. Ok. Che brutto che è. Acqua di mare incantata. Chiamata abissale ha fatto sto qua,
Glory is mine.
Non ha paura. Non è stata terrorizzata. Perché ho sbagliato mossa, mi sa. Porcaccia, ho sbagliato mossa. Tanto questa evocazione si leva dalla faccia di Lose. Intanto. Sì. Che male, che stecche che tira Van Menz, però, eh. Che stecche. Secondo me perché è terrorizzato. Contrastato da armatura. Ah, magica. Ok, ok, ok.
Glory is mine.
Armatura magica. Dai, proviamo assassinio com'è. 1100 e oltre. Che stecche, che stecche. Non finirò di dirlo in questa partita.
Put some space between us and this lunatic.
Che stecche che arrivano, da parte di Bammenze. Ha fatto bene, vedete, uno full fisico, distanza, è letale. Veramente letale. Per forza li dovevamo far fuori. Convincerli forse? Ah, che bello, guarda che bello. Perché c'è un coccodrillo confuso nel mezzo?
A saltwater crocodile looks around, seemingly disoriented. It spots you.
Where'd the water go? Why does my head hurt so much?
Lì che è stato trasportato dal mare qui da un portale. Arriva non è lontano da qui in ogni caso.
The shore, yes. After a rest.
The crocodile slumps down and closes its eyes. The crocodile remains slumped where you...
My...
A saltwater
Where...
The crocodile glowers at you blearily.
That only works with alligators.
Mi pare sospetto di trovare un coccodrillo qua confuso. Mi pare molto, ma molto sospetto. Enclave di Vrogir. Vrogir è quello dell'orco? Sì. È il divino, il dio degli orchi. Che rappresenta gli orchi, almeno. Contro i nemici degli orchi. Strategie diverse perché voi diventano un alimento proprio quella notte.
If I'm to understand this correctly, it reads, walk safely in Vrogi. It looks like this place gave the Black Ring a bloody nose. Best be careful ahead.
Salviamo. Minchia, quanti anelli del nero. Anello nero ci sono massacrati.
The Defiler frantically drags something or someone backwards with both hands. He glances around for help as he retreats. Something beneath his heel clicks.
Help! Somebody douse the flame! Douse the flame!
A spectral arrow suddenly lodges itself between his eyes with a hollow thwack. His face turns slack and confused. The spirit of a black ring witch flails and writhes on the floor, engulfed by ghostly flames. An unseen force hauls her backwards, as if to bring her to safety. The faint sound of an arrow being loosed echoes through the hall.
Look out! I see a trap nearby. Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Aia. Come rimbalzano queste bombe? Sì,
Look
queste
out.
bombe.
I see a trap nearby.
È da pazzo andare
Look
col
out.
gruppo qua.
I see a trap nearby. Careful. I've spotted a trap.
Che serve l'ose? No, Sibille,
Careful now.
che serve?
That's a trap.
Se anche il principe rosso da solo vede
Careful.
tutto, vede.
I've spotted a trap.
Vede tutto, vede, tranquillissimo. E mi chiede che caspita serve il ladro, seppur un guerriero normalissimo riesce a vedere tutto, riesce, va.
something.
Spotta tutto, rivela tutto, rivela. Non è neanche un ladro. Buonasera Sob. Oh, hai fatto presto stasera, eh?
Careful.
Stasera che hai fatto presto? Ok. Ci metto 10 e mezza, io ci sono io. 10 e mezza e sono on dopo.
Before you is the spirit of a priestess, an orc priestess. She's an imposing warrior monk, but gripped with terror as she gazes upon something looming over her from across the hall. She staggers back a few steps. An echoing roar fills your ears, rushing water. The priestess turns to flee, but is suddenly blasted off her feet by an immense, unseen force.
Caspita, sono stati affogati vivi, insomma, dall'acqua.
Kneeling before the altar is the spirit of another orc, a priest. He produces an ornate dagger and slices open the palm of his hand. Around him, the sound of rushing water grows.
Rogier, I am your servant to my last breath.
He daubs the altar with his spectral blood and bows. The roar of water intensifies. He is suddenly swept forward. His skull hits the altar with a crunch.
Ma che morte ha fatto? Così, track.
The grim drip, drip, drip of floodwater and the bloated body at your feet make this place feel more like a defiled tomb than a temple. Nevertheless, you approach the altar. Your vision clouds, and you open your eyes to a dark glade. Before you lies a bull, trapped beneath a fallen tree. It stares at you with malevolent eyes. As you watch, it transforms to a bear, claws digging into the earth as it struggles to dislodge the log. You blink, and it turns again. A gorilla now. It's vaulted back, pushing hard against the wood. After a few more minutes' struggle, it slumps to the ground, defeated, and its contemptuous eyes return to you.
Strength, give me your vigor.
The god shifts shape again, contorting into a snake. Grimacing, you reach out your hand, and Vrogir sinks his fangs deep into your palm. You feel his curse spreading throughout your body as your strength starts to ebb away. At the same time, the snake grows stronger and starts to pulse with a faint light. You drag your hand back before the very last of your vigor slips away, and you stand hunched over and gasping for breath. The gentle glow within Vrogir grows brighter until you struggle to look at him. The god bursts into yellow flame, searing its way through the log. Vrogir transforms again, standing before you in his true orcish form, before snorting in derision, and the vision slowly fades, and you are back in the temple, the smell of damp death filling your nostrils. You see that a crude sun pictograph has been hacked into the altar's rock.
Non è stato maledetto perennemente, eh?
The altar sits before you.
A quanto pare era da lasciarlo stare, però almeno l'ho attivato. Aspetta, non gli hai fatto parlare con l'uomo paliscente. Porca c'è la miseriaccia.
If I'm to understand this correctly, it reads, walk safely in Vrogir's path.
Ma spiegatemi dove caspita è sto uomo appariscente, scusa.
The crocodile remains slumped where you left him, still recovering from his ordeal.
My...
Did the God King send ya? Did Asready God King? They came out of nowhere and killed us all. Asready, rise me up, rise me. I served the God.
I must speak with this spirit. Stay close. Danger may yet lurk in the shadows. Very good. Now for some answers.
Red Prince, at last we meet, or rather, meet with your awareness of my presence. How often I've stood by you but an arm's length away, a shadow within the shadows. Untouchable. Almost like meeting an old friend. Or, in the present circumstances...
Even in death, his eyes are black holes in a black-skinned sky. He bows with the deference of a noble among nobles, swinging ever so playfully between sincerity and sarcasm.
I suppose I should start with an apology for the attempts on your life. Talk about getting off on the wrong foot, wouldn't you say?
Failed attempts, remember? Hardly made me break a sweat, those lackeys of yours.
To my astonishment, and, I admit, my admiration. You may find this hard to believe, but given different circumstances, I would have been quite content to let you live. Let you play the Emperor. In your golden city. Alas, certain events beyond even my control were set in motion. Ripples became waves. I had to act. And so I arranged for you to meet with an unfortunate self-inflicted end.
Il succubi chiede se statuilla ammette le creature contro il principe rosso.
I did, but of course I didn't know then he was God-woken. Stronger than the demon. It's almost a pity we found ourselves on such opposite sides. All because of who you are, and all because of who she is. It was Sadha who set events in motion, Red Prince. If you were the ripple, she was the wave. She's a tidal wave that will take wing, become a murder of dragons red as the setting sun, that will alight every corner of this world with the terrible splendor of fire.
Non stormo dei draghi, perché usa questo collettivo in particolare? Il principe è già giaciuto con lei.
And I, their proud father.
But don't you see, you who wants to be Emperor, that you're enacting the downfall of our race? The simple truth of the matter is that yes, we lizards were dragons once. The mightiest creatures to rule sky, earth, and sea. But such was the jealousy of our power that all other races united against us and brought us to the brink of extinction. No one knows what happened next. Was it wizardry? Was it Zol Stissa who took mercy on us even then? Suddenly we were dragons no more. Lizards instead. And as lizards we flourished and built an empire once more. But the House of Dreams trades in prophecy. They've always known we could be dragons again. For one day a man and a woman will be born, and their skin will be red. And the fruit of their union will be great red dragons.
A day that will come to pass.
Curse your obstinance. Listen to me. I was the House of Shadows. This was my role. I saw the great games in motion, allowed them their flux when they advanced for good, cut them short when they advanced for evil, even if it meant doing evil. The renaissance of dragons would spell the end of our race, plain and simple. To that end, I needed you to die, but you proved to be all too worthy an opponent. An opponent I would even now see an ally. Ally with me, Red Prince. Find Sadha and kill her. If she births dragons, all other races will unite against us, and this time they will destroy us for good. We were spared last time. The condition of our continued existence was that we'd never let the dragon roar again.
They look each other in the eyes, like two chess players contemplating their next move.
Mi sbiglierò che il principe lo sta a gioco, lui sa dove si trova Sada.
Actually, I think I'll call his bluff. Now then, I'm the Red Prince. Your role in this story is over. I am its sole protagonist. Sadha may indeed be dangerous. I may decide she must die. I may not. But it will be my decision. You're out of options, Master of Shadows. Tell me where she is.
The Shadow Prince stands checkmated, and he knows it.
I truly have no choice, have I? Very well. I must put the fate of all lizards in your hands. But beware. Sadha is ultimately dangerous. Not only will she be the mother of dragons, I fear she's fallen in with an old enemy. Them.
He points to the fallen black ring.
If I'm correct, and Sadha's heart has been darkened by the ring, you may be able to find her through their scrying magic. There's a thing on this island known as the Sallow Man. He is a master of mirrors. Mirrors like his will read your mind and show you what you desire, if you manage to elude or eliminate him. A word of warning, though. He is like a shred of nightmare ripped from the dream realm, set loose in reality. Do not underestimate this creature. Be careful, and become the savior of all lizards, Red Prince. Become the true emperor of your people.
I will be Emperor, yes. Of lizards or dragons, that remains to be seen.
Molto interessante. Quindi Sada. Quindi lui ha fatto tutto ciò per salvaguardare la razza delle lucertole, per non fare che si estinguessero. Perché se, come da profezia, loro erano degli antichi draghi, una volta sono stati portati all'ormo del sterminio, sono stati risparmiati. La profezia diceva che Sada sarebbe, insieme al principe rosso, aveva fatto rinascere i draghi, e quindi lui ha fatto tutto ciò anche nel male, pur di fermare questa cosa. E ammirevole questa cosa che ha fatto il principe delle ombre. Sì, il principe delle ombre è ammirevole perché lui sapeva bene il suo destino e l'ha accettato comunque. Però ovviamente non è neanche scusabile il fatto che ha fatto del male agli altri, ha fatto molto male, ha fatto il doppio gioco con Sibylle, quella lì col Sibylle l'ha fatto per fermare la cosa degli elfi, la madre elfa che era anche malvagia, quindi volete dire che alla fine il principe delle ombre è sempre stato il buono tra virgolette della storia, ha fatto tutto per fermare tutti i mali che c'erano, facendo del male aggiuntivo ad altri. Non l'ha fatto molto così. Boh, fatemi sapere la vostra, sono veramente curioso cosa ne pensate riguardo a ciò. Cosa ne pensate del principe delle ombre? Ecco, io non voglio dire la mia, magari più avanti vi dirò la mia. Poi penso si può anche un po' capire, un po' più o meno come la penso. Dov'è sto dove caspita è sto caspita di uomo appariscente? Oh, è qua. Caspita è. Va mensa.
interesting. It may still be in working order.
A beam. Perhaps we can harness its power somehow.
The spirit of a dwarf woman scowls at you like you dealt her some grave insult while she was alive.
Godwoken, you have no right to be here. Leave!
Perché non dovrei essere qua?
The
Ah, ho
spirit
sbagliato
sighs
tasto.
and
Terrible. It is you who is lacking all. A lesson is in order, I think. Now, I may be able to steel you a little more in preparation for the trials to come. Improving your authority will cause your strength to suffer, however. That is the cost of molding yourself into a true leader. Do you accept?
Mi sa perché è successo qua.
Betrayal, murder, poison.
the spirit leans in close.
Lucian. He came here under the guise of friendship, and instead he killed all of us. Madness, surely. But who can question the actions of the Divine? You're here, though. So there's still hope of a new Divine.
Bene, abbiamo usato su Lose, abbiamo potenziato Lose. Lose è autorità che ha la memoria. Abbiamo preso intelligenza per Lose in cambio della forza. E la memoria richiedeva destrezza. Forza, principe rosso a posto della arguzia. E costituzione, principe... no, a Sibyl in cambio di intelligenza. Gli altri due che sono rimasti, o altri tre, non ci serve perché se no andiamo, va troppo a penalizzarci, anche troppo.
A Voidwoken stares intently at you. This creature seems different. It sways with a sinewy purpose. Intelligence glints in its eyes.
Step back, Hanola. The time of mortals draws to a close. We have returned to claim what is ours. We have returned to claim the world.
Perché ci chiama ladri?
All mortals are thieves. You have stolen our world. We are not the void, mortal. We are of the world. You are of the void. When we were banished, you were made. You owe your entire existence to us. You owe us everything.
Comincia a pensare che questa possa essere la realtà di tutte le verità.
We were betrayed by the seven usurpers. They took our powers and used them to create you. They sent us to the void and thought we'd never return. They were wrong. And now they will face the wrath of the king.
I 7 usurpatori, chiedi se interessa i 7 dei.
They were little more than local barons until Fane the traitor found the veil. In their
Fane?
greed, the seven tore its fabric. This gave them power. It made them gods. And it let the void into the world, and saw us banished to its clutches.
What? Fane?
You left us no choice. Do not resist us. We shall be who we once were, and the world shall be restored to what it was before we were betrayed.
Non ho avuto niente a che fare col tradimento, però, sinceramente io.
Because of that betrayal, you exist. Because of what was stolen from us, you exist. Because of the powers we lost, you exist. We will have them back. But we will not fight your husk, mortal. The time will come when the thieving coward inside of you must step out. If it can still walk, you shall end then.
Ok. E se n'è andato così?
Something seems to be blocking the way.
The automaton fixes its... You are Leonard Rawl. You are a godwoken and a thief. You keep your secrets well, even from yourself. You are Leonard Rawl, godwoken, thief. If you can't earn a place in Lucian's shadow, you're going to steal it. You think you'll find advantage in the Forbidden Library. But first you have to steal the keys. Your tutors have one each, but you can't risk getting caught. You'd earn yourself a trip to the Chancellor's chamber, one from which you suspect you would not return. Your best friend, Redulus, was your rival. You knew that he was weak. You made sure the Chancellor knew it too. And while your friend was in the Chancellor's secret room, you stole the capacitor from the Chancellor's own table. But then you heard a noise. You heard the sound of your best friend's murder. You fled. You hid the capacitors you had taken and set out to steal the rest. You were lurking here, plotting, when you were overtaken with a sense of love. You felt at peace. You felt Lucian's hand on your shoulder. You did not feel the sword blade enter your back. A hunger rises deep within you, a desire for the spirit source. This yearning is not yours, but it demands satisfaction. The hunger dies away, for now.
Finally, a place where we might find some answers. If the acorn doesn't catch up with us first.
Qua c'è una quest abbastanza interessante. Va in questa direzione. In questa direzione non c'è una pietra. Qua non c'è una pietra.
Beam.
Molto strano.